I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. Yeah, that's not important. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, that's not important. This cabinet needs a 3-digit code to open.
Komm. Eine ethische oder eine kritische Konjunkturschule. Dem Mikroskop. Ach, stimmt, da steht ja was drauf. Ach.
Well, it's a microscope. And you need one of these.
Ich bin verwirrt.
Something tells me. Nothing I can use. Anatomy books. Used only for medical research purposes, I'm sure. Nothing I can use.
Das dachte ich mir. Jetzt habe ich sie.
Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, what a very hospitable guest room.
Diesem Haus angeklickt, wirklich alles.
Well, if I ever need to step up, I'm coming back for you. Well, no big bad wolf will be getting. Well, I see they like. Well, no big bad wolf. Yeah. Nope, nothing worth. Yeah, just some books. If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm going to be very upset. I don't know if I get. Just looking at these makes me tired. Trust me, being a PI, it's not an easy business. You never know what you're going to find in people's drawers. Barrels make any interior space look more rugged. Hey, bada bada bada. Who sells seashells by the seashore? Ah, a remembrance of a. Nope. Oh, nope. Nothing worthwhile on these shelves. Lord knows I could use a plunger at my. No bidet. Rummaging through trash cans can be. Rub-a-dub-dub. Yeah, I believe that's. Let's see. That says B-A-B. My landlord. Boy, I try not to look directly into a mirror because it's kind of bad for my self-esteem. It's no good to me without alcohol.
Öffne die Schublade im Arbeitszimmer. Verschiebe den Vogelkäfig. Verschiebe die Teekanne auf den Tisch. Basegerade von der Fensterbank. Verschiebe die Baseballmütze auf dem Barregal. Den Schreibtisch. Schiebe die Kissen auf der Couch.
Nothing adds personality to a room like throw pillows. Nothing adds personality to a room like throw pillows.
Ah.
That's not my style. That's not my style.
Okay. Das habe ich verschoben. So. Schublade im Arbeitszimmer. Wo ist denn das Arbeitszimmer? Die Schublade, die habe ich doch durch. Arbeitszimmer, hier ist das Bad. Arbeitszimmer. Da unten.
Takes a man of exquisite. No, that's not important.
Hey.
No, I could use that.
So, wo war denn das Rätsel? Das Rätsel, wo war das denn? Das.
Pillaging must be one of their hobbies.
Da. In jeder Reihe. Warte mal, 9, 8, 6. Und erstmal einer auf 17, 19. Das geht schon mal nicht. So, 19. 17. Oder? 10, 17, ja. 17, wenn diese Karte, die 9 darf nicht. Ich glaube nicht, dass die 9 in der Ecke darf. Die 5 in der Ecke ist bestimmt gut. 6 sind auch schon zu viele. Lieber die 4 dahin. Sieben, 14. Und wenn ich neun, 17 einen anderen Ansatz so. Money.
Lots of cash. Usually a sign of illegal activity. Pawn Weekly may be even sadder than that Cat Weekly magazine. The drawer inside this safe needs 2 additional cards. Whatever's in here must be so important that Mason Bowers keeps both the cards. Lots of cash. Lots of cash. Usually a sign of illegal activity.
Ja, Wahnsinn.
Looks like Bowers was interested in some Nikola Tesla artifacts from Rook's pawn shop.
Rock. Wir haben noch hier die Karte. Ich werde jetzt wahrscheinlich eh wieder alle befragen.
Seriously, we are the dynamic duo, don't you think?
Certainly the boy wonder.
So what have you come up with?
We need to talk.
Do we have to, really?
Yeah, trust me, you may be involved in what happened to me.
Oh, the very thought makes me giddy.
I knew you'd be pleased to hear that. But it's all tied to items of Nikola Tesla and a man named Mason Bowers.
It's true. It's true I've had some very rare Tesla items in my possession from time to time, but I have never heard of this Mason Bowers.
You know Carlos Maldonado?
Well, of course I know that wretched swine.
Tell me how he ties into Tesla.
Maldonado tried to bribe and threaten me to reveal my source of my Tesla items, but I didn't give it to him, and I won't give it to you. Do you think Maldonado was the one watching you?
I think so.
Oh, my, that could be troublesome. I need to make some inquiries. Is there anything else?
Ja, toll.
Still can't believe I'm working with the one and only Tex Murphy. What can I do for you, sir?
I think everybody's pretty happy that you're back to your old self. Except Rook. That ornery old cuss. No pleasing him, I guess. How are things going for you?
Oh. Mehr
Not
Fragen?
again. You're gonna get me fired. Or worse.
Tja.
Always happy to help out my best tenant.
Kann er ja gar nicht.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing?
Er wollte auch keine Quest. Ich muss nach Hause, vielleicht wieder Fax angekommen. Kein Fax, kein Call, nichts.
No article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history?
Ja.
Looks like Bowers was interested in some Nikola Tesla artifacts from Rook's pawn shop.
Ja,
As
aber
I
der
made
will
it
mir nichts
perfectly clear,
sagen.
your status as a paying customer earns you a modicum of goodwill. I suggest you use it judiciously.
Sorry, You lost me at modicum. Look, answer a few questions for me and I won't kick your butt when I get my memory back.
Tja. Muss ich irgendwo hinlaufen, um irgendwas zu triggern? Gucken wir kurz hier rein. Dann fahren wir mal in das Resort. Da kann ich nicht hin. Kann ich da nicht hin? Jetzt? Hä? Blam, 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 blam. Hilft das, wenn ich ins Auto steige? Nee. Ja, dann gucken wir mal ins White Warehouse. Hier ist nichts. So.
Hey, Murph, how you doing? What can I do for you?
Vor ihr nichts anscheinend. Hat sich das jetzt verbuggt?
Looks like Robbie's fun mass building has been converted into a Knights of the Templar clubhouse.
Nicht hoch. Schneller! Ist hier oben was? Nein.
Needs a key.
Hä?
People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found.
Steht mal vor meiner Tür? Nein.
Salsa dancing is a Murphy family tradition. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor.
Vielleicht habe ich da den Code in meinem Apartment, aber da komme ich ja eh nicht hin. Was wäre das denn? Von da nach da? Nee, das ist doch nur aufgemalte Scheiße, oder? Der Move wäre eine 7. Der da? Ist doch
Oh, I
keiner
had
im
this door. The door to my
Schlafzimmer.
back storage room is someday. I hope to collect all of the Mike and Ike. Perfect. All I needed. That was from my first jackalope.
Wow. Denn das Tesla-Buch habe ich. Siehe das Tesla-Buch, genau. Siehe das Zimmer von Margaret Lehner im zweiten Stock. Ja, löse oder umgehe das Rätsel des alphanumerisch Tastenfelds. Ich glaube, ich habe es gelöst. Ich finde nur kein Tastenfeld.
I certainly don't remember this. The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange. Yeah, no detective worth his salt would be without a fax machine. Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean. It's one of my business cards, but it looks different. When did I change these?
Ich kann nichts machen. Erstmal das hier abbauen. Weg. 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 Was kann ich noch machen? Ja, die Bitch. Oh Gott. Oh nein, ich kann das... Oh. War das 5, 8, 1, 6, 4. Oh, ein Wahn. Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Man kann ein Buch anklicken. Was soll das? Oh, hallo.
Was she blind when she picked these out? Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. As I walk in the bathroom, I realize there's something wrong here. Something terribly wrong. Oh, there's a flower for each month of the year. Looks like Margaret Leonard had a video journal. I'll need to find a memory stick to use on the vid player to watch them. It's a business card for someone named Count Saint Germain.
Weiß ich leider gerade gar nicht, wie es funktioniert.
Oh, there's a flower for each month of the year.
Und da sind die Blumen. Hier ist was schrecklich faul. Was ist denn so schrecklich faul? Oh. Ja. Wahnsinn. Tag 4, Tag 4.
Well, I think I found Margaret Leonard. Well, most of her.
Schön.
It's a business card for someone named Count Saint Germain.
Mal wieder sehr unauffällig, dass ich aus einer Wohnung komme, wo eine Leiche drin liegt.
Well, hello, boys.
Mr. Murphy,
Es war so
you need to
klar.
come with us if you want to live.
Seriously?
Just kidding. What was going on in there? You know the drill.
Why do so many people around you end up dead?
Man weiß halt nie, was man antwortet bei diesen lustigen
Well, it's not because I killed them, if that's what you're implying.
Auswahlmöglichkeiten.
Usually.
Did you kill Margaret Leonard?
Ich würde gerne Nein antworten.
Really? You think beheading a little old lady fits my MO?
Well, we keep walking in on you with all these dead bodies. You must be the unluckiest guy in the world.
Whoever offed Margaret Leonard either hated her guts or was completely bonkers. I mean, why would someone decapitate her?
I don't care why, I just want to know who.
Wait a second, how do we even know it's Margaret Leonard? I mean, maybe that's why they took the head.
Yeah, that might have worked 100 years ago, but now we've got apps for that. We've already got a positive ID.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? I mean, kind of working together, bouncing ideas, sharing information. I mean, what if I said I had some information might help your investigation?
I'd say you were withholding evidence.
Now, I said I might have something.
No, you said you had something that might help.
Yeah, oops. Look, Danwich, you seem like a stand-up guy, and I know you don't want any vigilantism, so I'll play it by the book. I think I have video that might have been shot by the guy who killed Margaret Leonard. I'm just gonna hand it to you, and hope you'll cut me some slack.
It's on your smart, Alex? Let's have it.
Ein Smart. Früher waren das Autos.
The guy in the video's Mason Bowers.
And this is the guy you think was abducted. The problem is there's no evidence of anyone being abducted, so I can't investigate. My hands are tied.
Well, mine, as you see, are not.
I may have seen this guy before on some kind of surveillance video.
A surveillance video, you say?
The video could have shown you in your apartment talking to an elderly lady. There may have been another man there as well, a mutant of some kind, who might have jumped you. The elderly lady, in theory, could have appeared to have injected you when you were restrained. In the ensuing struggle, you might have been knocked out on the fire escape.
And when would Bowers have shown, hypothetically?
Right after you were knocked out, tore through the apartment in pursuit of the old lady.
So everything that I've told you matches up, and we're both looking for Mason Bowers.
Are you familiar with a program called VCT, Vehicle Compliance Tracking? All cars come with sensors that report when one is out of compliance. For example, when you have your right front headlight shot out, if you could access the VCT database, which is illegal and highly inadvisable, you would find a list of all vehicles with the right front headlight shot out. If you could provide more information on the vehicle, you can access an ID and an address from the registration.
Any chance this might have been the vehicle seen in the Maldonado surveillance video?
I gotta get back to work, Murphy. If you got questions, ask them. And then stop wasting my time with this speculative nonsense. Don't recognize
Nicht
the
erkennen
face.
das Gesicht.
Sorry.
Entschuldigung.
I know who Zach Williams is and who his associates are. I'd advise you to keep your distance. That's Margaret Leonard? I'll have to take your word for it. The speeder with a broken headlight on the front passenger side? No idea what you're talking about.
As soon as I got back from the new San Francisco Police Department, I had an urgent message from Rook. It seems Rook had a soft spot for Margaret and wanted to bring her some justice. He told me he had another interested party in the Tesla cache, a Count Saint Germain, who was staying at the Golden Gate Hotel. Maybe he could divulge some answers.
Dann gehen wir da doch mal hin. Ein Fetter!
Tex Murphy on Chandler Avenue. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Word is you're a big fan of Nikola Tesla, or at least his stuff.
Yes. Your local pawn shop has a remarkably extensive offering of Tesla paraphernalia. Certainly the largest cache I've found this side of Belgrade.
You mind if I ask what your interest is in Tesla?
I gather you're at least somewhat familiar with the story of the Tesla cache? I believe some of the items Rook has were part of the Tesla cache, but he refuses to divulge how he obtained them. I presume from Margaret Leonard, or some third party who got them from her.
Shocking. Rook normally would cut off his right arm if he thought somebody'd buy it.
I've spent many years searching for something. My hope is to find a clue as to its whereabouts in Tesla's letters or journals. But the trail has led me here. Tell me, Mr. Murphy, do you know the name J.T. Donnelly?
Yeah. I mean, I just heard about it, but he was a PI, and he lived around here back in the 1940s.
At the Ritz, in the very room in which you now live. An intriguing connection.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting and maybe a little weird, but it's not a connection.
But it's so much more than that. Back in Donnelly's time, there was a man known as the Sleeping Prophet, Edgar Casey. He made a compelling case for the belief that most of us have lived past lives.
You're losing me.
Come now. You've said on more than one occasion that you felt as if you'd been born a century too late. A man out of time, as it were. Tell me, do you have disturbingly realistic, vivid dreams of another era?
What? You know about my dreams? I must be getting incredibly broad-minded in my old age. So what are you saying? I was J.T. Donnelly in a former life?
We could explore that possibility, but first, have eggs ever appeared in your dreams?
Oh, I love eggs, of course. Poached, over easy, scrambled. I mean, they're certainly nature's wonder food.
There are affordable accommodations in better parts of the city. Something could have been drawing you specifically to the Ritz. Don't you agree?
Yeah, cheap rent. Could you maybe help me out with these memories? Help me interpret these dreams?
If you could find this egg, or even put me on its trail again, I have certain techniques, such as regression and channeling, that could help you recall past events. And, I should add, the egg is worth a fortune. Which I would gladly pay.
Ich habe angeblich schon mal nach so einem Ei gesucht.
But I tell him I need to get back to the case. This is way beyond my comprehension. Mystical eggs? Mind regression? Past lives? It's boggling. Margaret spoke of an egg being held by a religious fanatic who prays. Was it the Tesla egg I found in the wall at the Ritz? If so, it would have been there for over 100 years. Does it have some sort of channeling power from the person who possessed it? Well, Mason Bowers is still the key. I need data for the VCT so I can find out who kidnapped him. Better start asking around.
Data, da müssen wir wohl zu Inspector
Time for some good
Barnes.
old-fashioned detective work. You should talk to potential witnesses and see if they know anything about the suspicious vehicle involved with the abduction.
Habe ich jetzt eigentlich...
This VCT software will give me a location where the getaway vehicle was registered. If I can find 5 key descriptions about it.
Okay.
Of all the face-melting food joints in all the towns in all the world, You walk into mine.
Natürlich.
Would if I could.
Oh, aber der kleine Mann kann mir nicht helfen.
Hey, what can I do for you, Murph?
Mais?
A big guy? Talks like he should be on the radio. Yeah, he came in the other day. Didn't seem too impressed with my, cuisine. So this is the speeder you think took off after those gunshots and the abduction the other day. I do remember seeing a vehicle. I didn't get the license plate or nothing. I just saw it was one of them nice Pandians. The Bi-Turbo XL model.
Okay. Ausnahmsweise haben wir mal Fragen an den schwarzen Mann.
Yeah, there was a speeder that took off right after the gunshots. Saw it in my rearview mirror. I got a thing for high-end speeders. This was a 48 Pandian. Sweet ride.
48 Pandian.
Hello, Murphy. How goes the investigation?
Oi.
Interesting fellow. He was particularly interested in anything to do with Nikola Tesla. He mentioned that he stayed at the Golden Gate Hotel. The speeder that flew away after the gunshots I heard? I'm not sure what type it was, but I did notice that the interior was very unusual. It was all white. I'm quite certain she was on the run from someone or something. I took care of her as much as she'd let me. I'm very sad she's gone.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sure that Margaret's items came from the Tesla cache, although the pieces she gave me to sell weren't nearly as valuable as rumors would have you believe.
Phew.
Hey, Tex, how you doing?
How you doing?
We were talking about some stuff. Tesla, Romanovs, Fabergé, that sort of thing. He sure seems to know a lot about everything. No.
Nope.
He'd go on into these weird trances and talk about past life stuff. You know, pretty intriguing until you get to where he starts going on about Atlantis. She's dead? And she was living right here for years. How do you always find yourself right in the middle of everything? You have a gift, my friend.
Wow. Die dürfte eigentlich nichts
Hey,
darüber
Tex.
wissen.
How's your case progressing? Due to my restrictive protocols, I can only confirm that Count Saint Germain is currently a guest at our hotel. You're talking about the speeder I saw take off after the shooting? What I can tell you for certain is the last 2 digits on the license plate. They were the numbers 6 and 3.
Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here.
Kann ich mit dem schon nicht reden. Ein fehlt mir doch noch, oder? 4. Der hat doch bestimmt was gesehen.
Wow, that is crazy what happened to Margaret Bennett. Is everything okay with these cops?
Yeah,
Das
cops would
Auge.
love to pin it on me, but I think it's all tied to a Mason Bowers who was abducted outside the Ritz a couple of nights ago. I'm just trying to find anybody who might have seen something.
Oh, well, then you probably need to talk to Sapphire.
Sapphire? Sounds like some Greek oracle.
Oh, I don't know if she's Greek or not, but she's definitely exotic looking. And she's one of your fellow tenants. Her door's decorated like a French nightmare, but it suits her business. So, if you hear any noises you can't identify, you might want to come back later. Not a clue. It's a damn shame what happened to that little lady. not crazy about what it did to her apartment.
Oh. Hallo.
Likewise, and may I say that the neighborhood has become more friendly and more beautiful than I remember.
Thanks, Tex. You know just what to say to please a lady.
Ja. Pauschenpferd?
Are you a gymnast?
So, what brings you San Francisco's sexiest pride at my door? Business or pleasure?
Zeitstand.
No idea, but if I see him, I'll ask him.
What's with the humble act? Are you feeling a little down? Maybe a happy ending would cheer you up.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all anybody wants, right? I mean, and they lived happily ever after, that kind of thing.
Fine. You don't want to scratch each other's backs. But what if I don't play ball? Can we still rough and tumble?
Well, Sapphire, don't make me twist your arm.
Oh. You can't make me talk.
We can do this the hard way or the easy way.
Hard.
Excuse me? Are you threatening me? Because if you are, I'd love to see you try the hard way. I'm sorry, Tex. I got carried away. I didn't mean to hurt you. At least not like that. Do you forgive me?
Oh, you're not getting off that easy. It's gonna cost you a few minutes of tedious questioning, and then maybe dinner and a movie at a much, much later time.
I'm all yours, Mr. Murphy.
Oh, wei.
You're a tough guy who thinks he's above the law. By that kind of man. First, I hear people running around up in your apartment. Then, this speeder lands outside. I hear some man yelling and screaming outside the Ritz. Then, he runs off with some other people chasing him. After a bit, he comes back, and I hear him outside my window. Sounds like he's talking to himself. Then, two other guys catch him, shove him into the speeder. Then I hear gunshots, and the speeder takes off. It's not the nicest place in town, but you can't beat the price. It's a live and let live kind of place. That's not my kind of store. What you got that I don't? I can tell you one thing that I've got that she doesn't.
Was ist das?
Gets along with everybody. Makes great food. I only met you a couple years ago, so I don't know what you were like before. But I like what I see now. It ain't just your ass that's bad.
Schön.
So spunky. And I love spunk. That's the guy you think got abducted? I saw him around a few times coming to see you. I thought. He's been videotaping the Ritz. That scumbag detective has been watching me for months. Rook's one of my best customers. His tastes aren't as old-fashioned as you might think. No idea who that is. But that place will literally kill you. Runs the electronics shop, though he's hardly ever there. After Clint took over ownership of the Ritz from Nilo, things got a lot better. He even removed all the bugs and hidden cameras. Now, what would I know about that? That sweet lady used to live here.
Und endlich kommen wir zum Speeder.
Or midnight blue at first. But when the light hit it just right, I could see that it was actually close to sapphire. Which, of course, I would remember.
Well, I finally gather enough data to identify the kidnapped vehicle. It's registered to a company called Cezanne, and the location appears on my map. I check out Cezanne was smart, Alex, and find out it's some sort of doomsday cult recruiting candidates for a brave new world, and they believe this world will arrive soon. These boys take their schoolwork seriously.
Uts. Schloss. Wurde gespeichert.